Lance Stroll is the most hated Formula 1 driver. But why? In this video, I hope to answer that question. There are many reasons that we could be here for hours to talk about them, but in this one, I've narrowed it down to 5 main points that I personally feel like are the reasons that he's hated so much. While under safety car, Lance Stroll rear-ended the one and only Danny Rick. Now you may ask, how can one person even as stupid as Lance do this? Well, he wasn't even looking straight. Instead, he turned his head to look at the apex, which is fair enough if you're racing, but not if you're under safety car right behind another car. Then in post-race interviews, after Daniel Ricciardo started to cool down and the whole situation kind of being left in the past, and they just put it down to, it's fine, Lance Stroll is an idiot. Then Lance came out and said that Daniel slammed on his brakes for no reason, and basically blamed Daniel, which is just an absolute joke.
Someone braked in front, and then I think it was like everyone kind of braked, and um, the car in front of me just stopped right in front of me. I had nowhere to go, and yeah, it was just.
This then erupted a big argument in the media, and Lance Stroll really showed his arrogance that day. In the Brazilian race weekend, I understand that it was unbelievably wet and hard conditions, and a lot of drivers crashed or spun out a lot. But Lance Stroll took it one step further. He didn't even do it in the race or the quali. He did it in the formation lap before the race even officially started. You may ask how he did this. It came out that he actually had a braking problem, which made him go into the runoff area. And that is fair enough. If he had a braking problem on these harsh conditions, I can see how that would have happened. And this is not even where it's bad, it's what happened next. There was a clear road to get back onto the track, and instead of following this, Lance decided that he would cut across with a gravel trap. It's a gravel trap for a reason. It's meant to slow down and stop your car if you fly onto it, and that's when you have speed. Lance went onto it nice and slowly and just beached himself and managed to DNF himself before the race even started. It was honestly just embarrassing, and it's a DNF you cannot make up, and I'm sure Lance will be looking back at that for the rest of his life with shame. This one isn't an exact reason for why he is hated, but I have to talk about how well Max said it. He said some people deserve to be here and some people don't deserve to be here. He said this whilst he was sat right next to Lance Stroll, and the camera panned out to show Lance sat right there.
Doesn't really matter or not if you deserve to be here. A lot of people deserve to be here. Some don't deserve to be here. That's life also, in all kinds of sport. That's how it goes. You can...
Max was not so subtly referencing how Lawrence Stroll had to buy an entire team for his little child just so he could race around in a fast car. And this just makes people hate Lance even more. Not just because he doesn't actually deserve to be here, but it's because he's actually seat blocking and stopping people from getting into F1. Such as a very known example of this is Liam Lawson. Liam Lawson kind of showed himself in 2023, but didn't end up having a seat for the start of 2024 because there was no seats available. But if people like Lance Stroll weren't here seat blocking, maybe drivers like Lawson and a lot of other F2 drivers and a lot of other skilled drivers from other motorsport disciplines might be able to actually get into F1 if Lance's seat was free. Whilst on a lap, Lance was on a straight approaching a corner when Gotifi came up on his right. A normal driver would have seen the goat in the wing mirror. They would have carried on going straight and let him pass. But no, Lance didn't even bother to check her in his wing mirror or even look over his shoulder. So instead, he ended up turning right straight into the absolute goat of F1, which took them both out. And I reckon Gotifi probably could have gone for a Grand Slam that weekend if little baby Stroll didn't do that. This is kind of a reason why people don't like Stroll, because he didn't just ruin his own weekend, he ruined someone else's as well. And the team of Williams, their budget is notoriously low in the last few years, so it really made them struggle that little bit more. And it really just showed how incompetent he was that he couldn't even simply check his mirrors. Now in the race, Vettel spun and re-entered the track quite dangerously. That is fair enough, and Lance had to swerve to avoid hitting him. This bit was Vettel's fault. And then Lars went onto the radio but to say some very not so nice words about Vettel, and that is fair enough. But then Lance found him in the exact same situation, and instead of thinking about how he was going to enter like Vettel didn't, he decided no, I want to do the exact same thing and re-entered dangerously right in front of Gasly and took the both of them out. ruined both of their races. This just showed how hypocritical Lawrence Stroll is, and how he has no competence when he's in or outside of the race car. Now this brings us to the end of the main points. There are many more, but like I said, we'll be here for absolutely hours and hours and hours. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe and comment. I don't just make these types of videos. I always have an F1 2024 career mode with Ollie Bean, and many more videos on all sorts of things that interest me, such as F1, Phasmophobia, other gaming properties, other media properties, and real life areas. So if you think any of them might interest you, make sure you go check out my channel and watch any of them if you would like. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, like and subscribe, and peace.